Hello and welcome to episode 206 of WITM. And it's NXT. Unfortunately, Michael Holt is not in action in his second WWE match this week. But Corey is still looking for his first win as part of NXT since losing the Three Stages of Hell series against Andrew at WrestleMania. And remember, Corey must become NXT champion to be able to return to the main roster. And to do that, you must string some wins together, of which Corey has none so far. Will he get his first win on NXT against Goldust? A man who struggled himself as part of Golden Truth before they broke up and found his way back down to NXT. Let's find out here in episode 206. Corey takes on Goldust, looking for his first NXT win.
We got one-on-one action coming your way next.
Gonna be good.
We have a real fan favorite versus Goldust.
And I don't know who to pick in this matchup.
Somebody let me out, I'm about to face on the rage. I'm piecing the plays together while y'all sleep on the way. That I keep on it 24/7, I'll sleep in the grave. Ha! And you can bet that, cause if you're thinking for a minute that you're catching me slipping, you can forget that. It's probably obvious I came for the throne. Snatch the crown from your dome, now the king's come home.
And here we go. Will Corey get his first victory as part of NXT and finally start that climb up those NXT rankings? Or will he go 0-5 to start off his time in NXT? Reversal by Corey with a kick. Reversal by Goldust.
That's the first time
Slam by Goldust forces Corey to his feet. And a reversal. STO takedown.
Can he capitalize?
Mounted punches. Reversal by Goldust. Spinning neck breaker. Forces Corey up. Uppercut by Corey. Looking for a DDT, but reversal by Goldust with a series of punches.
He's starting to stagger a bit. This could be the start of an ugly downward spiral if he's
elbow
not
drop.
Here's the deal with this guy. You can knock him around
Stomp
all
to
you
the
like,
back.
but he's just going to keep getting up and coming back at you. Well said, John.
And early on, it's the veteran Goldust in control. Corey needs to turn the tides of this match, or he will remain winless and become 0-5. Spinning elbow by Goldust. Reversal by Corey. Reversal by Goldust.
Goldust with a nice reversal.
Goldust forces Corey up, but reversal by Corey. Stomp to the chest. Mounted punches. Stomp to the chest. Goldust attacking the arm of Corey.
He's in a little bit of trouble now.
And a slam. Corey's feet getting caught on the bottom rope there. Goldust forces Corey up.
Goldust looking to finish.
Goldust goes for a cover, but I believe Corey got a rope break there. And Corey rolls out of the way to avoid the stomp and runs back in the ring. Goldust will join him. Punch by Corey. One-handed bulldog. Corey getting fired up now. Forces Goldust up. Looking for his comeback sequence. And does so successfully. That will score Corey a savior kick to use. And Goldust evades. Clothesline by Goldust. This has been part of the key downfall of Corey. Going for centers and finishers, they get reversed, and then this happens. The opponent hits their finisher, but maybe not. Corey will reverse the finisher of Goldust.
Oh my gosh, this is awful. I'm going to tell you something. Whenever you get hit like that, for the next 15 minutes, everybody you see has an exact win.
Goldust plunging the legs of Corey into the canvas. Corey powers out instantly. May have got another rope break.
He's not done fighting yet.
Stomp to the back. Goldust looking to take flight.
Watch out!
And it connects. I believe that was a diving punch.
Nobody home there.
Kick by Corey.
Cole, that looked like the house has been empty for months.
Swinging neck breaker connects.
Only absorbed so much of that.
Reversal by Goldust.
Goldust timed that perfectly.
Reversal by Corey.
Really pushing his opponent.
Goldust forces Corey in a seated position. Kick to the back. Forces Corey up.
And I hope we can get a doctor
Irish
out
whip
here
into the
as a
corner.
precaution. Damaged ribs like that can make it hard to breathe.
Goldust to the middle rope and two-handed bulldog.
Just a matter of time.
I mean, it looks to me like he's almost completely out.
Diving punch to the head of Corey. Goes to a cover.
It's it. It's over. Man, he's got to be
Very nearly extending Corey's winless streak. Goldust thought that was the 3 count, but the referee says no, this match continues. Goldust taunting Corey now, looking for a finisher. If this hits, we may have that 3 count. And it will connect. Does Corey remain winless on NXT? No, he powers out at 2.5. Corey to his feet and reverses. Stomp to the chest. Face buster. Reversal by Goldust. Forces Goldust up. Reversal by Corey.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just passes
Reversal by Goldust with a shoulder block. Goes for cover. And Corey powers out at 2.
Oh my goodness, how is this not over? Wow.
Stomp to the back.
Heart and determination.
Drags Corey closer to center ring. Stomp to the head. Reversal by Corey.
And he dodges that one.
Reversal by Goldust.
That move at this juncture of the match makes the intention unmistakable to be lit.
Irish whip into the corner.
Your opponent. There's no place for that here.
Forces Corey to the top turnbuckle.
He wasted too much time.
Reversal by Corey. We're going to see Corey take flight. No, he'll hop down. There's the savior kick.
Something new.
Now mounted punches. That's going to bust open Goldust. Give him a little red to go with that gold face paint. And reversal by Goldust. Clothesline. That's going to send Corey over the ropes and to the outside. And Goldust taunting. Goldust continues to taunt as Corey tries to get back to his feet and avoid the count out. And now Goldust will join Corey outside the ring, but reversal by Corey. And now Corey makes his way back inside the ring. Misses with a punch. Sit out face buster by Goldust. Forces Corey up. Into a seated position. Elbow strike to the head. Forces Corey up. Another elbow strike. Goldust goes for cover. Very nearly extending Corey's winless streak, but Corey powers out. He knows every match in NXT is essentially a must win, and continues to fight on, but now Goldust again looking for a finisher.
He's looking at it again.
And that will connect.
Can he score the pin?
And Corey remains winless on NXT, now 0-5. Quite so. Corey just seriously struggling as part of NXT. Struggled before that on SmackDown Live too, despite.
Time for the main course. Singles match on tap next. We have one of our breakout talents versus a formidable opponent.
Despite becoming WWE Champion twice in 9 title matches, Corey seriously struggled, and so far, major struggles on NXT. Alright, Killian Dane defeated Cassius Ohno, and it is time for a rankings update. We'll start off with the NXT women. Alicia Fox defeated Summer Rae. Summer Rae moves down to number 6. That means Ember Moon moves up to number 5. And that was it for women's action. In the tag division, Breezango defeated TM61. Breezango moves up to 3. Well, not that. TM61 moves down to 2. Sandy defeated the Singh brothers. No changes there. And so the top contenders to Sandy's NXT tag titles are number 1, Heavy Machinery, number 2, TM61, number 3, Breezango, and number 4, the Singh brothers. And in the singles rankings, Johnny Gargano defeated Oney Lorcan. Gargano moves up to number 2. Lorcan falls to number 5. Tommaso Ciampa defeated Ty Dillinger. Dillinger falls to number 5. Ciampa moves up to number 8. Goldust defeated Corey. Goldust moves up to number 18. Corey remains at the bottom, number 20. And Killian Dane defeated Cassius Ohno. Dane's not in the singles rankings. Ohno is. And he'll move down to number 2. That means Johnny Gargano is once again the number 1 contender. And the top 5 contenders to Andrew's NXT Championship are number 1, Johnny Gargano. Number 2, Cassius Ohno. Number 3, Eric Young. Number 4, Oney Lorcan. Number 5, Ty Dillinger. Michael Holt sits at number 9. And Corey remains at the bottom, number 20. And now we advance to Raw's portion of the main event. We'll see if Gerald is in action one last time before Extreme Rules. And he is not, and so we will send that as well. Mark Henry defeats Aiden English. Rusev defeats Enzo Amore. And The Miz defeats Kalisto. And we'll see how that affects the Raw rankings. Go to the Intercontinental title rankings. Mark Henry defeated Aiden English. Henry moves up to number 16. English falls to number 22. Rusev defeated Enzo Amore. Rusev moves up into the top 5 at number 5. Enzo remains at the bottom, number 25. Miz defeated Kalisto. Miz moves up to number 2. Kalisto falls to number 8. And the top 5 contenders to the Intercontinental title are number 1, Bobby Roode. Number 2, The Miz. Number 3, Zack Ryder. Number 4, Gerald. And number 5, Rusev. And now we move on to SmackDown's portion main event. We'll see if Dalton and Roush is in action. And he is not. Looks like it's an all-women and tag team SmackDown portion of main event. Alexa Bliss defeats Billie Kay. Beauty and the Man Beast defeats the Colognes. And Mickie James defeats Natalya. And we'll see how that affects the rankings. We'll start off with the women. Alexa Bliss defeats Billie Kay, so she moves up to number 6. Billie Kay remains at the bottom, number 8. Mickie James defeated Natalya. Mickie moves up to number 4. Natalya falls to number 3. And the top 5 contenders to Eva Marie's SmackDown Women's title are number 1, Charlotte. Number 2, Sasha Banks. Number 3, Natalya. Number 4, Mickie James. And number 5, Becky Lynch. And now the SmackDown Tag Team Division. Beauty and the Man Beast defeated the Colognes. Beauty and the Man Beast moves up to number 2. The Colognes fall to number 5. And the top 5 contenders to the Hardy Boys Tag Team titles are number 1, The Ascension. Number 2, Beauty and the Man Beast. Number 3, American Alpha. Number 4, The Club. And number 5, the Colognes. And now we move on to 205 Live. Are we going to see Andrew in action, or will we see the card for Extreme Rules revealed? We will see the card for Extreme Rules revealed as, once again, Austin Aries is in action, but Andrew is pitcher. Alright, so on 205 Live, Cruiserweight Champion Noam Dar, who will be defending his Cruiserweight title in 24 hours, defeats Arya Daivari and Jack Gallagher. Akira Tozawa defeats Ho Ho Lun, doing pretty good as a member of Titus Worldwide. Lince Dorado defeats Rich Swann. And Brian Kendrick defeats not Andrew, but Austin Aries. And we'll see how that affects the 205 Live rankings and get a look at our card for Extreme Rules. This week went by quick. We only had one WITM match, plus the backstage brawl between Dalton, Roush, and John Cena. Noam Dar defeated Arya Daivari and Jack Gallagher. So Gallagher falls to number 4. Arya Daivari falls to number 7. Akira Tozawa defeated Ho Ho Lun. Tozawa moves up to number 5. Lun falls to number 10. Lince Dorado defeated Rich Swann. Dorado remains number 1 contender. And Swann falls to number 13. Brian Kendrick defeated Austin Aries. So Aries falls to 14. And Kendrick moves up to number 3. So the top 5 contenders to Noam Dar's Cruiserweight titles. We head into Noam Dar's defense at Extreme Rules is number 1, Lince Dorado. Number 2, Brian Kendrick. Number 3, Andrew. Number 4, Jack Gallagher. And number 5, Akira Tozawa. So Andrew will have to hope that is a fatal 4-way match at Extreme Rules in order to be booked for a Cruiserweight title opportunity. And let's take a look at the Extreme Rules card. Will we see Gerald getting an Intercontinental title opportunity? Will we see Andrew getting a Cruiserweight title opportunity? Both are long shots, but you never know. And Noam Dar will defend the Cruiserweight title against Lince Dorado. So Andrew, unfortunately, will not be getting a Cruiserweight title opportunity. We have a non-title Cruiserweight matchup between Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. Asuka defends her Raw Women's Championship against Nikki Bella. Sheamus defends his Intercontinental title against Bobby Roode. Cesaro and Bray Wyatt, non-title. Brock Lesnar, or Dean Ambrose defends the Universal title against Brock Lesnar. And we have a fatal four-way between Finn Balor, Randy Orton, Kurt Hawkins, and Kevin Owens. So for the first time in a very long time, possibly at all in WITM Season 3, a pay-per-view will not feature a WITM match. So, we'll sim. We have a new Cruiserweight champion. Lince Dorado has defeated Noam Dar in his first defense of the Cruiserweight title. Lince Dorado is now Cruiserweight champion. Brian Kendrick defeats Jack Gallagher in non-title Cruiserweight action. Asuka defeats Nikki Bella to remain Raw Women's Champion. Bobby Roode becomes the Intercontinental Champion, defeating Sheamus. Bray Wyatt defeats Cesaro in non-title action. Dean Ambrose remains Universal Champion, and for now a member of Monday Night Raw. Remember, he went to SmackDown Live as part of the Superstar Shakeup because he's still Universal Champion, still appearing on Raw until someone from Raw can defeat him for that title. And in a random fatal four-way match, Finn Balor defeats Randy Orton, Kurt Hawkins, and Kevin Owens. And we'll see how that affects the rankings. Two new champions crowned at Extreme Rules. Lince Dorado now Cruiserweight Champion. Bobby Roode now Intercontinental Champion. Alright, we'll start off with the Cruiserweights. Lince Dorado defeated Noam Dar. So, former Cruiserweight Champion Dar moves up to number 3. Brian Kendrick defeated Jack Gallagher, so he remains number 1 contender. Gallagher falls to number 7. And your top 5 contenders to the Cruiserweight title held by new Cruiserweight Champion Lince Dorado. And number 1, Brian Kendrick. Number 2, Andrew. Number 3, the former champion Noam Dar. Number 4, Akira Tozawa. And number 5, Gran Metalik. And now the Raw Women. Asuka remains Raw Women's Champion, defeating Nikki Bella. So Nikki falls to number 2. That makes the number 1 contender Bayley. And the top 5 contenders to Asuka's Raw Women's title are number 1, Bayley. Number 2, Nikki Bella. Number 3, Liv Morgan. Number 4, Dana Brooke. And number 5, Lana. And now the Intercontinental title rankings. Bobby Roode defeated Sheamus to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Sheamus moves down to number 2. That makes the new number 1 contender The Miz. Bray Wyatt defeated Cesaro. Bray Wyatt is on the Universal title rankings. And Cesaro moves down to number 15. Finn Balor defeated Randy Orton, Kurt Hawkins, and Kevin Owens. Balor's in the Universal title rankings. So is Orton. Kurt Hawkins moves down to number 11. Kevin Owens moves down to number 20. And now the Universal title rankings. Bobby Roode defeated Sheamus. So Roode moves up to number 3. Sheamus falls to number 6. Bray Wyatt defeated Cesaro. So, all 4, 5, 6, and 7 all lost, and so did 8, and so did 9. So I guess there's going to be no change there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 Universal title rankings all lost. So no change there. Dean Ambrose defeated Brock Lesnar. And no change again in the bottom 5 because they all lost. Alright, in the top 5 contenders to Universal title are number 1, Finn Balor. Number 2, Bobby Roode. Number 3, Brock Lesnar. Number 4, Bray Wyatt. And number 5, Cesaro. And now we advance to Raw, still seeking our next WITM match. There hasn't been a whole lot of them booked lately. Will Gerald be in action? He is not, and we're going to have yet another SIM card and yet another rankings update. Authors of Pain defeats Raw Tag Team Champions Sheamus and Cesaro. Finn Balor defeats Murphy and Enzo Amore. Bray Wyatt defeats Baron Corbin. Aiden English with a huge upset, defeating Brock Lesnar, only in a video game. Kevin Owens defeats The Miz. Asuka defeats Bayley. And Dean Ambrose defeats Bobby Roode. And we'll see how that affects the Raw rankings. We'll start off with the Raw women. Asuka defeated Bayley. Bayley falls to number 2, which means Nikki Bella is once again number 1 contender. And the top 5 contenders to Raw Women's title held by Asuka are number 1, Nikki Bella. Number 2, Bayley. Number 3, Liv Morgan. Number 4, Dana Brooke. And number 5, Lana. In the tag team division, the Authors of Pain defeated Cesaro and Sheamus in a non-title matchup. So they remain number 1, but no change there. And the top 5 contenders to Cesaro and Sheamus' Raw Tag Team titles are number 1, Authors of Pain. Number 2, Revival. Number 3, New Day. Number 4, Miz Taraj. And number 5, Usos. Now in the singles rankings. First for the Intercontinental title. Finn Balor defeated Murphy and Enzo Amore. Balor's in the Universal title rankings. Murphy falls to 22. Enzo remains at number 25. Bray Wyatt defeated Baron Corbin. Corbin falls to 14, and Wyatt's in the Universal title rankings. Aiden English with a huge upset over Brock Lesnar. He moves up to number 20. Kevin Owens defeats The Miz. Owens moves up to 18. Miz falls to number 2. And Dean Ambrose defeated Bobby Roode. Roode is Intercontinental Champion, and Ambrose is Universal Champion, so no change. And we'll go to the Universal title rankings after I read off the Intercontinental title top 5, which I forgot to do. Number 1 contender is Zack Ryder. Number 2, The Miz. Number 3, Gerald. Number 4, Sheamus. And number 5, Rusev. And now the Universal title rankings. Bray Wyatt defeated Baron Corbin, but Balor won as well, so no change there. Kevin Owens defeated The Miz. He moves up to number 6. Dean Ambrose via Bobby Roode. And Aiden English via Brock Lesnar. So Lesnar falls to 5. Roode falls to 4. And the top 5 contenders to the Universal title are number 1, Finn Balor. Number 2, Bray Wyatt. Number 3, Cesaro. Number 4, Bobby Roode. And number 5, Brock Lesnar. And will we find our next WITM match on SmackDown with Dalton Roush in action? We will right away. He is scheduled for a match with Sin Cara. So that is going to do it for episode number 206 of WITM. Until 207, this is Corey signing off.